Hi folks, welcome back to Racin-n-Braisin. I am CJ coming at you on Thursday. Thursday is when we preview what is coming up for the weekend ahead and talk about what my menu ideas are going to be. This weekend, lots of racing action going on once again. NASCAR is going to be in Homestead, IndyCar is going to be in California, and F1 is out in China. So let's dive into what is coming up this weekend, talk about schedule, talk about any news and notes, and then we'll dive into what I am thinking about for food. First off, NASCAR headed to Homestead. All three series are going to be at Homestead this weekend. Trucks are taking the schedule Friday. Xfinity is grabbing things for Saturday. Of course, Cup is going to be on Sunday. Trucks kick things off Friday afternoon at 3:30 with their practice and qualifying. That's going to be on FS2. The race itself, Friday night at 8 o'clock on Fox. That's right, the big network is carrying the truck race. Xfinity kicks things off Saturday with their practice and qualifying at 10:30 on the CW app. Cup will be practice and qualifying starting at 1 o'clock on Prime. And the Xfinity race will be Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock on the CW. If you're doing the hack along with me, MRN is going to be the radio broadcast. Hopefully the sync works out. We'll see. It's been kind of so-so. Then finally, of course, the Cup race Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock on FS1. Of note for the Cup race, the last time the Cup Series went to Homestead for a spring race was 19. In that race, Kyle Busch took a late lead over Martin Truex to get his 200th overall NASCAR win. The last time the Cup Series was there was in the fall. Last November, that was when we had that great battle at the end between Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, and Tyler Reddick, with, of course, Reddick taking the win. This is a fantastic track. The racing has been really good. The older it gets, the better the racing has become. Fortunately, the older it gets, the less attractive it has become to the fans and the community. The facilities are definitely getting dated. It needs an update. I lived in the South Florida area for a while. That was my local track. That was the closest one to get to. Took me about an hour to get to. It's really out in the middle of nowhere. The only thing that's around it is the airbase that's right next to it and the shopping that goes along with being near an airbase to facilitate all of the service members. That's the only thing that's there. The track is 45 minutes, an hour and a half to Fort Lauderdale, and an hour easy to Key Largo in the south. Kind of inconvenient to get to. And the traffic leaving there is always horrendous. Aside from that, the racing is fantastic. If the community and the region can quit with their swabbling and their red tape, maybe they can get around to updating the facility, and that might be a way to draw the championship race back that direction at some point. I know everybody's pining for that. If they do that, the other major thing about the South Florida area is that they wouldn't promote the races that were around there, so you never really knew what was happening when it was happening. South Florida, get your act together if you want to bring back that race as a championship. Other thing to note about this weekend and the Homestead race itself on Sunday, Denny Hamlin's got himself a new sponsor. Progressive has signed on for 18 races through the rest of the season. They'll start that off this weekend with a good-looking scheme on his car. Denny Hamlin sporting the Progressive Blue now. So let's move on. IndyCar is going to be in California this weekend. Thermal Race Club, I believe is what it's called. I think it's the first time that they're doing a points race there. They've done $1 million challenge there previously. It's a 3-mile road course. I don't know much about it, to be quite honest with you. But I did look at the schedule. They're going to be all weekend long. Friday, Saturday will be their practice and qualifyings. And then Sunday, they do a warm-up on FS1 at 11. So if you want a little early morning racing action, not necessarily racing, but cars will be on track, then they are on Big Fox at 3 o'clock. So same time as the Cup race on Sunday. IndyCar signed that big contract with Fox, and all of their races this season will be on the big network. If you're ever looking for IndyCar, that's where it's going to be. That one's easy to remember. F1 also racing this weekend. They're going to be in China. The Chinese GP takes place at 3 a.m. Eastern on Sunday morning. I'm sure most of us here in the States will not be awake for that to watch it live, and we'll be recording that if we're watching it all. I personally, I'm not a big fan of F1. I go through stints where I like it and show some interest, but really not that much. I like the racing here in the States, mostly the NASCAR, the IMSA, and then IndyCar catches my interest every now and then. It's just kind of, the fair weather that I am about the racing. Moving on, let's talk about my menu for the weekend. Like I have said, I lived in the South Florida area for a time, and while I was down there, I had the opportunity to run a restaurant at one point and create a couple of specials that I've carried with me for several years. One of the big ones that was a personal favorite and a family favorite within the house was shrimp BLT tacos. So that will probably be where I head this weekend as a homage and throwback to my time down there in South Florida. Dad is coming up this weekend with some stuff from the house. So maybe instead of that being Sunday's dinner, that might be Saturday's dinner. Mom, when you see this, please don't be offended, but I got to share the love somehow. That's what I've got in mind for the menu this weekend, and then that is what we have on tap for racing. A full weekend of racing, kicking things off on Friday and going all through the weekend. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Be sure to keep an eye out for my Sunday video where we make picks for the Cup race on Sunday, and I talk about a couple tips and tricks and techniques about my shrimp BLT tacos that bring it all together. Also, before I let you guys go here, if you notice behind me, I have kind of toyed around with my studio. So if you'd be so kind, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about the changes that I have made behind me. Let me know if that's working. I like it, but I'm always open to suggestions. So comment below for me, please. Also, like, subscribe, and share with your buddies if they're NASCAR fans and like to talk about racing and have some cooking interests as well. Please be sure to share with them. Anyways, that's all I've got for you here on a Thursday edition of Racin-n-Braisin. I'll let you guys go for now, and I'm going to head out. I will see you all Sunday morning with picks. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.